Hi folks, Jason here. I'm out here in my garage today and I was sorting my cans and bottles for about 15 minutes and it got me to thinking, a lot of people maybe don't understand what the difference is between a conservative and a liberal. So I want to make it real simple because I'm a simple guy. I do construction for a living. I got a lot of common sense. I didn't go to college. I don't claim to have book smarts, but this right here is the best object lesson that I could come up with to explain to you the difference between a conservative and a liberal, okay? My son went down to Wegmans the other day to return cans and bottles, and he came back with about 2 things full that he said the store wouldn't take. So I had to go through them and figure out, well, why won't the store take? Well, about half of them were iced tea containers or Snapple bottles, things that apparently don't have a 5-cent deposit, and then the other half of them did have 5-cent deposits, but the store doesn't take that brand because the store doesn't have to take a bottle back unless they sell that particular brand. So I got to thinking, when was this law passed? So I looked it up, and it turns out that New York State passed the bottle redemption law in June of 1983. It was enacted July 1st, 1983. I believe that the main purpose of it, the DEC and the environmental people were involved a lot in it because they were tired of people throwing cans and bottles on the roadsides, and they thought that by enacting the 5-cent deposit that people wouldn't want to throw away their nickel. Well, there's still cans and bottles on the sides of the roads because we all know that some people are just pigs and they like to litter. So that's going to happen, all right? But me personally, as a conservative, I believe that 98% of people aren't going to throw trash out the window of their car, and they're going to do the right thing with the litter. So I wasted 15 minutes of my life here sorting through this because I paid that 5-cent deposit at the store, so I don't really want to just throw my 5-cent deposit items in with things that can go in with my recycling when my trash is picked up or taken down to our local transfer station. So here I am wasting, 20, 30 minutes every week of my life sorting through things, trying to figure out what goes where, all because some liberal politician thinks that you can't do the right thing with your recycling unless they pass a law to make you do the right thing. So, can someone please explain to me the difference between this and this? Because I'm seeing plastic and glass and tin, aluminum cans, it's the same thing. These things all have the same matter in them, but my time is wasted because a liberal thinks that he needs to create jobs, right? He needs to create jobs and control people into not throwing litter on the side of the road. Well, if I wanted to throw litter on the side of the road, do you think I'd really care if it was this kind of litter or if it was my Snapple bottle? I mean, seriously? So, but now that we have the 5-cent law, the liberal can claim, oh, look, I created a bunch of jobs because now there's a bunch of redemption centers and people got jobs at redemption centers to deal with this stuff. Well, let me tell you what else happens, okay? There's a 3.5-cent fee that you don't know about because you didn't go look it up online. The 3.5-cent fee it has to be collected by the distributor of the soda or beer or whatever's being sold to the store. That 3.5 extra cents is added on to the cost. You don't see it, but it's added on to the cost of your beer or soda or whatever you're buying, because when the empties are returned to the distributor, the store or redemption center that took them gets a 3.5 cent per item handling fee, okay? So now, instead of all your recycling going to one place with your trash where it should be because it's dirty and sticky and gross, you're now taking dirty, sticky, gross, empty soda and beer cans back to Wegmans or whatever grocery store you shop at that's trying to be as sanitary as possible, especially with coronavirus and all the nonsense going on in the world today. They're trying to have a clean, sterile, sanitary environment, and we're bringing back stuff that should be going to the dump into a clean grocery store where we buy our food, okay? That's the difference between a conservative and a liberal. A conservative thinks, you know what? Most people are going to self-govern themselves and they're going to do the right thing. A liberal thinks, gee, we got a litter problem all over the place. Let's pass another law to force people to do the right thing with the litter. Let me tell you something. You're not going to force people to do anything because people do whatever the heck they want. So to sit here and pass another law doesn't work. There's still cans and bottles all over the side of the road, but you can rest assured they didn't come from this conservative because I put my trash in the right place. I'm just sick of wasting my time sorting it. Y'all have a good day.